So you want to be a chief engineer. Let's get right into it. Right in front of us, left to right, top to bottom, we have the ballast tank control. Then the negative tank control. Between and below the tank levers is the depth meter. It shows the depth in meters. The U-boat has two layers around it, the ballast tanks layer and the negative tanks layer. The ballast tank's purpose is to create positive buoyancy, emerge. The negative tank's purpose is to create negative buoyancy, submerge. The lever being up means the tanks are empty, being down are full. Halfway up or down, they'll be halfway empty or full. If both levers are up, you go up. If both are down, you'll go down. If the ballast tanks are full and the negative tanks are empty, you will stay neutral. If the ballast tanks are empty and the negative tanks are full, you'll go up. So basically just remember these three positions. 2 up, you go up. Down up, you stay. 2 down, you go down. Next we have the propeller power source. We can choose from the engines, individual battery, or both batteries. Obviously, if the engines are not running, the propeller cannot feed from the engines, and if we run out of batteries, the propeller cannot feed from the batteries. It is here also where we can find the battery amps. Each battery fills with 5000 amp, giving us a grand total of 10,000 amp. This is what we need to monitor to know how much battery we have left. Remember to keep your captain up to date. Then we have a compass. It shows the U-boat heading. There's really not much else to it. This would be the speedometer. It shows the speed in knots. For those of you who don't really know what a knot is, 1 knot equals 1 nautical mile per hour. 1 nautical mile per hour equals 1.151 miles per hour. Nautical miles per hour, or knots, are used to measure the speed of a vessel relative to the fluid in which they travel. As we know, boats, submarines, and aircraft travel on fluids. Cars, they travel on the ground, and the speed of a car is measured relative to the ground. Therefore, the speed of a car is not measured in knots, but in miles per hour. Without losing too much time, let me just show you how not to use knots.
You just passed 200 knots per hour.
It's not possible.
Yeah, can you say that again, please?
You just passed 200 knots per hour.
Yeah, no.
It's not possible.
You don't use knots when measuring the speed of a vessel not traveling on a fluid. Even though he is surrounded by a fluid, which is air, he's not traveling on it. And you absolutely do not say knots per hour. You may say nautical miles per hour, or if you want to shorten that, you say knots, but you do not say knots per hour. Anyway, sorry about that, moving on. The top speed of your U-boat depends on the energy source. 2 engines will be more powerful than 1 engine. 2 batteries will be more powerful than 1 battery. Also, the speed will depend on either you being immersed or submerged. Obviously, you will be faster when immersed, almost double. The rudder control is basically a steering wheel with a dead zone in the middle. This is for it to be easier for the operator to maintain the U-boat on a straight course. Over here we got the throttle and the gear selector. Push the throttle all the way in and you will reach your power source maximum speed. Pull it all out and you will idle the propeller. The gear lever, while pushed in, will move forward. If you pull it out, you will switch to reverse. Then we have the generators at our sides and the engines behind us. The generators will automatically activate once we start our engines. To start an engine, we must be fully immersed. Turn the main power on, then the starter, then hold the ignition for about 3 seconds. Then you can choose what the generator will be feeding. It can be either the propeller, battery 1 or battery 2. The same applies to the other engine. We can charge both batteries without moving, or charge one battery while moving at a reasonable speed. Or if we don't need to charge our batteries, move full speed using the engines and saving the batteries for when we submerge. That is basically all there is to know about the Chief Engineer. Please remember to like and subscribe. I feed from your support. Take care, cross check out.